Hi, heck are we, people? How we doing? I hope y'all, all one of you, but hopefully there's one of you, said you're doing good. Yep, the warning. So yeah, I missed a couple weeks. All right, I get it. It's piano right there. I went to Hawaii. Yeah, this old guy. Man, I don't think I could be any grayer, but I am. Doesn't matter. I went off to Hawaii with the family. Bucket list. Want to check it out? I highly recommend. Highly recommend if you can rustle up the pennies. You know, dig through the couch. You know, sell a kidney. Whatever. It's definitely worth checking out. That is for sure. Faux show. Right? Beautiful sight. Beautiful scene. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. We were using a John Petrucci for those of you. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take my. You know, these things, let's talk about tuners for a minute. When you get old like me, you know, and you got to wear goggles, it's just easier to have one on the headstock and look at it up close. I'm not saying the ones on the floor. Obviously, you can get them. I have a couple of them. Oh, sorry. Yeah, just there you go. Yes, it's got the. Yeah. I do have another one that doesn't. Same color, same guitar. Um, you know, beautiful guitars. Okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. What am I doing? Anyway, okay, let's get situated here. So yeah, I ran off to Hawaii with the family. 6 days. Awesome. Definitely awesome. Definitely awesome. Again, if you can save the pennies and go check it out, go check it out. For those of you that have checked it out, awesome. All right, let's get down to the music. So the Music Man, love him. I love Ernie Ball Music Man. I have three. I have two Petrucci's and I have an Axis. Love them. Love the guitars. Mainly I play Charvels when I'm out playing live, which I haven't done in a long while, by the way. I was just thinking that the other day. I haven't gone out and done that in a quick minute. I think it's time to. Anyway, but they're the guitar when I'm not playing Charvels I like to pick up. That was an ESP, so but great guitar. Obviously running through the positive grid as usual. I could go plug in through the amps in the other room and because I actually have a guitar room that's just, I mean, you can't see it. Just trust me when I'm pointing that way. It's that way. You don't have to trust me. I mean, it'd be nice if you trusted me, but it really is this guitar. So, music. What's going on in music? Since I'm the old guy that talks about music, let's start here. Start with these young ladies. Let's talk about The Warning again for a minute. New album out. New songs out and about. Played the Whiskey. I saw that. I don't think I realized, because I've been doing traveling and I've got other stuff going on with my businesses and things like that, that I didn't realize they were playing the Whiskey. And when I saw that they had, I was blown away. One, because last time I played the Whiskey was 2013, something like that, 2014. It had to be 2014, I think. It doesn't matter. I played the Whiskey. The last time I played the Whiskey was around 2014. So it's always nice when you see someone on a stage that you know you've played on, and especially these young ladies. Man, what a great performance they put on. From what I've seen video footage wise online. I know I've talked about them before. I'm going to take a minute to talk about them again. I get it. I don't want to overkill and people going, why? You already talked about them. You know, bands come through your life that make a difference. You know, there's bands that you hear, you enjoy the music, but you don't really, other than them coming through your life and hearing their music, you just know the songs, should I say. And then there's bands that you enjoy the music and you enjoy the band itself. You know, for me, Dokken, Ozzy's Blizzard of Oz band, and you know, when Jake came along too. You know, obviously I prefer Van Halen with the Sammy Hagar. I know I just probably lost the one guy that watches this. But there's bands that come along, right? That mean something. You know, some have songs that you enjoy, but you don't really pay attention to them as a unit. You listen to the music, and then there's bands that come along that you enjoy the music and you enjoy the band themselves. And I think what does it for these young ladies is music has been kind of, you know, we've been waiting for some kind of, you know, and I was thinking about this morning, and I'm going to throw this out there. And for those of you that really do watch this and pay attention to it, I want you to respond to this. I think what they did, and now look, listen, hear me out on this, okay? Hear me out when I say this. They are like the Queen of the modern day. Queen back in the day, I don't know, listen, hear me out. I know I hear you rumbling and what? No, seriously, listen to this. Queen was willing to take chances with dance songs. You know, they were willing to take chances with risque songs. They just tried a little bit of everything. They didn't just stick in one category of we're a rock band, that's it, that's that. They put out songs that were danceable. They put out songs that were bluesy. They put out songs that were ballads. You know, they did, you know, and I really feel that that's where The Warning, I don't know, it would be interesting if I could sit and speak to him for a minute to see what bands really influence them. I know that Danny, from what I understand, is influenced by Lzzy Hale. I mean, come on, it's Lzzy Hale, right? She's amazing. But I wonder whether they listen to bands like Queen and maybe Foreigner, Journey, bands like that. And the reason I say that is because they're really willing to put a little bit of everything out there, throw it at the wall, see if it sticks. And I think that's what makes them very intriguing. I think that's why they've created this big, this big uproar of music right now. We've been kind of looking for someone to come along and not be scared to try things, right? You don't ever want to be the one-hit wonder. You write that one song that everybody loved, and now you feel like you have to keep writing that song over and over and over and over and over. It just doesn't work that way, because now you can't top, you never should always just write what you feel within you, right? And I feel like that's what they do. I think they're doing a really good job of really putting out content that doesn't just apply to the rock and roll crowd. It applies to the top 40 listeners. It applies to the people that prefer an easier sound every now and then, or something catchy. And that's good. And that's what Queen did. And so I know it's a comparison, but I think you should hear me out on that comparison. I really do. Obviously I feel they're worth it. I really do. Anyway, I wanted to do that. I wanted to talk about their what I saw and them being on Jimmy Kimmel, was it? Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Amazing. They really are right now making a huge difference, and I think it's great. Vocally, amazing. Obviously, Danny and Power are the ones that are really the driving force behind it. And to differentiate those two, for me, Pow has more of she's more of the one that vocally that really touches you in that, she's got this voice that just kind of makes you just really feel what she's singing. And Danny's got that voice that's same way, don't get me wrong. Both phenomenal. I'm not comparing them as in one's better than the other. I think what they're doing, it works. I think Danny has more of that, speaking of Lizzie Hale, she's got more of that, wants that voice, whereas Pow's got more of a let me sing it from the heart voice type thing. What a combination to have at the end of the day. What a combination to have. So, yes, me bringing them up again. Yes, of course. I think they're doing a phenomenal job. And if ever they see this, good job. I mean, good on you, man. I can't recommend anyone enough to go check them out. And at this moment, I'm going to say, I'm an old guy that talks music, plays his guitar, useless, whatever. Like and subscribe. I hate to say that, but I'm going to say it. It doesn't cost anything. And you can listen to me ramble about everything and nothing. I won't just always sit here. I know the last how many videos I've put out have been me basically sitting here. I have done some way early on in the videos where I ventured off on my Harley and I ventured off on walking and I did some things just to see, change the scenery, right? But anyway, let's get back to music. Now, another band that I totally admire, Cardinal Black, Chris Buck. I don't know what rock I was living under that I didn't realize Chris Buck existed till that's probably been about, I knew he existed, I'd heard his name. Let me take that back. I knew he existed. I hadn't sat down and delved into his music yet. Let me say, again, what a phenomenal band. What a great, great band. Love what he's putting out. Apparently he's a fan of Slash. I mean, who isn't? I'm sure there's someone out there. There's some Karen out there that's gonna go, whatever. I love Slash. So I don't see a lot of Slash's influence in Chris Buck's playing. I do see bits and pieces of things that he does. What they call those ghost notes. A ghost note is kind of like where you kind of implement that one note that really probably shouldn't be there, but you kind of slide down to the one. So you kind of do this. You kind of throw it in, add a note. It's the one that no one expects, right? Like I think they call it a ghost note. It's like your brain expects it to go dun 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 dun, you know, and you go dun 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 dun, and everyone goes, "Whoa, what was that?" And it's just that quick slide it in. You know, people probably don't even recognize it's there. That's the ghost note. You see the correlation here. Anyway, so great band. Can't say enough about Cardinal Black even. I'm real picky when it comes to music. I love all styles of music. I love blues, classical, rock, country, certain rap. I know. Top 40, you name it. I'm a big fan of. I give everything the once over. Give it a listen. I get picky when it comes to certain, you know, like I can listen to a song and if it sounds good, enjoy it. But I'm real picky as to something that's going to be on the radio for the entire album. You know, I really am. I don't know, but I love music, so I will give things a listen. You know. Anyway, so Cardinal Black, obviously The Warning. Definitely music to check out. Now, what else is going on in this crazy world? What was his name? The dude from the song Butterfly. What was his name? Shifty? Shell Shock? Shifty? 49. Man, no time to be. I think I remembered him obviously from the song itself. And then, of course, I think he was on like Dr. Drew and those rehab shows and things like that. Such a shame, but you know, stuff like that's a bummer, man, when you hear about that. You never want to hear, you know. It's sad that people have demons. My son had demons and he couldn't overcome it. And, you know, he's not with us today. But so I understand when I see things like that it's a total bummer, you know, so that's a bummer. You know, being a music guy, you always have to tip your hat to the ones we lost, you know. It's sad. So my condolences to, if, you know, anyone that in his family or anyone around him, friends or anyone that might see this, probably not, but if you do, you know, my heart goes out to you. I've been there. What else? What else is going on in music? I think we're finally over the Sebastian Bach arguing with, what's that dude? Fallen in Reverse's Radke, Ronnie? Whatever. I think we're past their feud for now. I see Eddie Trunk is catching major guff. Is that a word? Guff? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, he's catching hell. How about that? He's catching hell. Apparently I don't know. Certain people just don't really care for him. I don't know what's going on there. I was reading an article the other day where they're saying he's got his favorites and he's whatever. I don't know. I don't know Eddie Trunk from a hole in the ground. That what was it? The show that he had, that metal show. Is that what it was called? I watched it, obviously, and he had George on Jake. He had, I think they even got John Sykes on there at one point. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that, by the way. I don't know. I think he did. But it was a good show. I don't know why he's catching kind of grief. I don't know him from a hole in the wall, so I'm not going to comment on him either way. I don't know. I really don't. There's certain people I've met throughout my time playing music and from going to NAMM shows and, other things that I've done and I've met along the way. And, I could live without talking to him again. And there's other people that I thought were just outstanding human beings. Eddie Trunk, never met him. Don't think I've ever stood in the same airspace. I may have and not even known it. Because, I'm just an old guy that plays guitar, that had the fortune of being in some pretty good bands, and, had some fun along the way. That's who I am. Anyway, if I was technically savvy, I have so many Hawaiian pictures and even video footage from an aquarium, super small aquarium, but it was cool, that I could implement in here somehow. I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. Anyway, so the Petrucci, let me say something real quick. You go out and you buy these guitars, those expensive guitars with someone's name on them. You sound nothing like them. I think that's false advertisement, if you ask me. Buy a guitar that's an EVH or a Petrucci or a George Lynch. They should make you play like the artist, if you ask me. It's false advertisement, I'm telling you. Have a good week. Stay out of trouble. 4th of July is rolling up here, so don't do anything I wouldn't do. Okay, well, don't do anything that I would do. It doesn't matter. Just have a good time, all right? Have a happy 4th. Eat some food. Good food. Don't be eating kale. Flaxseed. Have a burger. Have a wiener. A hot dog. Peace. If you need lessons, Uncle Ben Eller, Andy Wood, Music is Win, Robert Baker, The Art of Guitar. If I missed anyone, just go look. Go make Pixies, check it out. They're out there. Like and subscribe, guys. This is what I do. This is what I enjoy doing. I love talking to you. I love making racket with the old git fiddle. And I like to, touch base. Peace, much love, and we'll catch you in the next one. I'm actually going to turn you off right now. I really am.